So for all of you that have been wondering, is she stressed? Is she going through something? No. It's just intermittent fasting, okay? Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Stanlen Harris, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I was able to lose 22 pounds, that's 10 kg, doing intermittent fasting. So if you would be interested in knowing how your girl was able to shed that weight, then please just keep on watching.
Stay in the moment, stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment, give you a moment with me.
So guys, welcome back. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you guys today how I was able to lose 22 pounds doing intermittent fasting. So I know a lot of you guys must have already heard about intermittent fasting. It is really something that has been quite popular as a weight loss method. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys why I decided to do this intermittent fasting as a method for my weight loss. So basically, what is intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting is where you would abstain from eating for a certain period of time. This can be on a daily or a weekly basis. So I'm going to list the different type of intermittent fasting that you can do. So the one that I'm currently doing is the 16-8 method. So I have an eating window of 8 hours and fasting for 16 hours. During the 16 hours, I would abstain from eating food, and in my 8-hour window, I would eat basically whatever it is I want. So the reason why I decided to start doing intermittent fasting or even thinking about weight loss is because last year when I went for my anniversary in Paris, I had a series of, swollen ankle. My feet was like really swollen, and we were walking down the street of Paris, and all of a sudden I couldn't walk. My feet were so swollen that my husband had to go and get the car, and I literally could not move. And I was in so much pain. So when I came back from that trip, I went to see my doctors and got some blood work done, and basically she advised me to just shed some weight. My blood work came back nothing was wrong with it, but they just wanted me to lose some of the weight that your girl had gained. So I decided to look into this intermittent fasting. Some of my families and friends were already doing it. So, and I've heard a lot of things about it, on YouTube here, girls that have testified of them, losing the weight. So that was basically one of the reasons that I decided to do it. I will go into the pros and cons a bit later in this video, but I just thought I would share with you guys why I decided to actually start doing intermittent fasting. So like I said before, there are several ways that you can do intermittent fasting. The method that I've chosen is the 16-8 method, and the reason why I chose this method is because you start eating at 12 noon. So from 12 noon to 8 p.m. you're allowed to have your regular meals, and from 8 p.m. till the next day noon you would be fasting. And this kind of really goes well with my lifestyle. So I am a busy mom of 2. In the mornings I'm really busy trying to get my kids ready for school, trying to give them breakfast. I would usually not really have that time to prepare breakfast for myself. So this intermittent fasting just really fit really well into my busy lifestyle, and it was something that came really easy to me. So I would say intermittent fasting is not for everyone. So if you're on medication or you have any other health related issues, please consult with your doctor before you start doing this intermittent fasting. So before I started this journey, I wasn't really gonna document my weight loss journey, but because family and friends have been asking me Stanlen, give us the tea, what have you been doing to shed that weight, please share with us. I thought I would just create a video where I kind of explain to you guys how I was able to lose the weight. So like I said, I wasn't planning on documenting this journey, so I don't really have like a before and after pic, but I will put up some pics of how I was looking when I started this journey back in August of 2022 right here, and how my body is looking now right here. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the pros and cons that I've experienced doing intermittent fasting. Yeah, so let's get into some of the pros of intermittent fasting. First and foremost, of course, for me is the weight loss. So I was able to lose 22 pounds. So I started this journey off in August of 2022. So as I'm filming this video, it's the 31st of March. And so the process for me has been gradual, but the results are evident. And secondly, it is really easy to do. I mean, I don't have to think about, what I'm eating. I can eat all my favorite food, but the only thing I do is to try to portion control. So I try to consume less when I'm eating. If I'm eating rice, I will always eat it in like a small bowl. That way I know that I'm not consuming as much. And what I've also noticed while on intermittent fasting is that when I do eat my meals, I tend to get full really fast. And that's because, of course, your stomach does shrink while you're, fasting. So you don't really have like the capacity, or I don't know, for me anyways, I always feel like I get full really quick while doing intermittent fasting. So in return, I'm not eating that much. I'm not consuming that much calorie, so the weight has just been coming off. And another pro of intermittent fasting is that you don't have to do calorie counting. So if you know me, I am not a person that likes to be checking my food, making sure that the calorie is this amount X and doing all the calculation, getting the app. I don't have the time for all of that, okay? So I would say that is one of the pros of intermittent fasting, that you don't really have to do that. You can do it if you really want to, restrict yourself that way. But I was like, I'm already doing this fasting. I don't need to be worrying about calories. So I think that's one of the pros doing this intermittent fasting, because like I said, it is not a diet. You're just adjusting your eating pattern. So another pro or benefit for me doing intermittent fasting is that my belly is less bloated. I have really noticed that my belly has gone down, but your girl can still do some workout to tone it, and that's definitely the direction I want to go in, but I'll touch on that a bit at the end of the video. In the mornings, my stomach is on flat, and that's on period. So intermittent fasting for me really helped me with the bloating of my stomach, and that's for me a plus. So there are also some health benefits that are linked to intermittent fasting. So it stabilizes the blood sugar levels, it decreases the insulin resistance, decreases the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's, it decreases inflammation, and also decreases the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and improve the gut health. So those are some of the health benefits that are linked to intermittent fasting. So those are some of the benefits that I have from intermittent fasting. Of course, you also have your cons. I must say one of the cons of doing intermittent fasting, especially in the beginning, is that hunger feeling. Over time it does get better, but of course it sometimes still remains there. That feeling of you wanting to eat something. For me, it happens in the morning time, especially when I'm working in the office and I have like meetings in the morning. When it's approaching like 11, 10, 30, 11, I tend to start like feeling like a bit shaky, especially if I'm like busy, having a busy morning. I would tend to get a bit shaky. So I try to have like coffee in the morning. That way it can help me get through, till noon, until I can be able to eat something. So I must say the hunger feeling in the beginning, that's something I would consider as a con doing the intermittent fasting. But I think fasting in general, you will always have that feeling of hunger, and so that would be a con for me. So another con would be, of course, when you want to have like, you know, a dinner outing or something that involves you eating later in the night. Because you're doing this intermittent fasting, you would not be able to eat out after 8, or basically because you're on that, you'll be on your fasting during that time. If you're, you know, the social type and you love to go out, you know, for drinks, for dinner, like in the evenings, this will be something that will kind of limit you in that, because from 8 p.m. you would have to start your fasting. So for me, it's not really a big deal because I don't really go out late in the night that often. That would be something that could be a con. Because you're doing this intermittent fasting, it might affect your social life. So those of you that loves, you know, going out for dinner in the evenings, yeah, that might be something to consider before you start doing this intermittent fasting. And then lastly, the con, of course, it's like I said before, this is not for everyone. You know, people that are on medication, or people that are having some metabolic disorders, will need to talk to your doctors before you consider doing this fasting. Just to talk a little bit on, you know, what I eat in a day. So I start off at 12 noon, and I would usually break my fast either eating a salad or a fruit bowl with yogurt, just to start off with something light. And then in the afternoon, I will have like a little snack in between. And then usually around 6-7, I will have like my last meal of the day, which will be dinner. So I think it would be nice to do maybe what I eat in a day video in a separate video, so you guys can kind of see what I eat in a day. I think that will be a fun video to share. So moving forward, I'm still going to be doing the intermittent fasting. I do want to incorporate more workout, you know, and really looking at what I'm eating and consuming. So during the past 6 months, I've only been doing intermittent fasting. I haven't been working out. I wasn't really focused on my calories intake or anything like that. I just ate what I wanted, and I think moving forward, I just really want to make sure that I'm not losing too much weight. I know some people have already been like, you know, giving me some sign like, you're okay now, like you're okay, you don't need to lose any more weight. So now that I've reached my ideal weight, I'm just gonna focus on really toning my body, toning my abs, my glutes, toning my arm, just making sure that everything is tight and looking right. So the next video that's gonna be coming up after this one is also a fitness video. I've teamed up with my girl Fit Nice, and we've put together a little workout video because like I said, I do want to start, you know, focusing on working out, going to the gym, getting my body right for summer 2023. So that's basically it, guys. So for all of you that have been wondering, is she stressed? Is she going through something? No. It's just intermittent fasting, okay? So I hope I was able to explain to you guys in full detail what I've done to lose the weight doing intermittent fasting. So if you enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and give it a big massive thumbs up. That really helps my channel. Please share this video with your friends and family. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel down below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.
You depend on my weakness, satisfy